Hi, this is Glenn Stevens, and I wanted to show you something real important here at the end of session one and moving into session two for the Cultivate cohort. You are going to want to get going on the individual work for session two as soon as possible. Like I would say, if you can, in the next 24 to 48 hours, get started with it. That would be really helpful. Let me show you why. So I'm going to share my screen with you. All right. So this is, I'm going to pull this down on my screen. There we go. Whoops. So this is session two right here. When you open up your Pathright, session two is missional engagement, helping your church live and act like missionaries where you live. And in the individual work, the first little bit, the session overview, it's just reading, real simple. You'll have a short Bible study that you'll work on just for 15 minutes. And then you've got a very short reading that you'll do in 1C. 1D is where it's time intensive. And the reason it's time intensive is because you will be interviewing somebody or maybe even a couple people in your community. So the instructions are right here. And what you're going to want to do is set up an opportunity to speak with someone in your community. And this could be um, somebody who's a leader in your community. For example, it could be a city official like the mayor or a school administrator or a banker or a nonprofit leader, maybe somebody who owns a business or they're, the leader of a club or an association. But um, find somebody that you can talk to. And what you're going to do is you're going to ask them questions to try to understand your community better than you do right now. And so you're going to go to these people who aren't a part of your church and ask them what they think about the needs of your community. And there are 4 tabs. I wanted you to see this as well. So there's some questions under social needs of the community. Then there's some different questions under economic needs, and they're broken down in a way of observation, conversation, and implementation. Same thing with physical and then spiritual. And so when what the reason you want to get going quickly is because you're going to have to invite somebody to get together with you so you can ask them some questions because you're wanting to get to know your community better. And you thought of them as somebody that would be great to ask questions about the needs of the community. And then there's so many questions here. Do not, under all 4 of these tabs, these are just examples of questions. Read through and pick a couple of questions from each tab that you want to ask this person and just stick to those. So, walk into that interview with about 8 questions you're going to ask. You can ask more, excuse me, if they're talkative and you're having a real good discussion, don't be afraid to ask more questions, but shoot for at least 2 from each of these tabs. And take notes, because then when you get together as a team, you're going to want a church team, you're going to want to talk about what you found out about the community and sort of pool your learning together. And you'll be coming to the next session with me with what you've discovered and learned about your community so you can use that to come up with your church's own unique heartbeat. So that is what you will be working on. I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to hear what you learn about your community. And if you are struggling, like who would I ask or who could I talk to, and that isn't just coming immediately for you, go ahead and ask pastor, and your pastor would be happy to maybe give you some suggestions to work with. All right. that is all I had for you. Have a great month, and I'll be praying for you. Bye.